Alright, what is up everybody? Welcome back to Armored Core 6. If you are watching this one, you probably watched some of the previous ones, but just in case you haven't, we are making our way through the Fires of Raven ending. Hold on, Red's talking.
Sounds like you stared death in the face when all that coral came rushing up.
Yeah, that I did.
That's one way to light a fire under your ass. Keep it alive for the next field trip. Over and out!
Alright. So anyways, we're making our way through the Fires of Raven ending, and the gimmick here to this run, the challenge aspect, is that I'm using only the pre-built ACs, those being the ones that you unlock from the arena. It's been reasonably fun so far. It's going to start getting a little bit more challenging, though.
This is a personal request from a friend. We still don't have enough data to pin down where the coral is gathering in the ice field.
A personal... Well, you know what? It's fine.
We could find some clues here.
So this is actually one of the more difficult missions. Fortunately, I'm going to be using Rokumon Sen, who is one of my favorites.
Ever since the fires, that place has been abandoned. It's likely hiding secrets about the coral, kept shrouded by the city's ECM fog. My friends already tried sending in a survey drone, only to lose it in the interference. That's where
We do end up finding out later who Walter's friend is, but for now, we're kind of left in the dark.
fog generators so that we can resume the survey. Right now, the corporations are preoccupied with the PCA. We can be the first ones to identify where the coral is converging.
Sounds like a plan. So anyways, yeah, Rokumon Sen, one of my favorites. Anytime in Armored Core 6 you put a shotgun on something, I'm generally going to be a fan.
Follow the beacons left with the survey drone.
That said, though, he's kind of going to be a little bit suboptimal for this mission, I guess, but yeah, it's fine. Part of the reason for using only the pre-built ACs was to make this a little bit of a challenge run, so I don't want to use, like, overpowered ACs every time.
But it is affecting your lock-on range. Keep an eye on your surroundings. This must be a beacon left by the survey drone. I'll use markers to track them. You can use them if you lose your way.
Don't lose your way, as they said in Kill la Kill. So the main challenge of this one comes not actually from the fact that you have limited visibility. It's that there's some pretty tricky enemies to deal with here. First of all, you got the little drones that will basically suicide into you, which are not great for you. And then these sort of transforming flying guys. Yeah, these guys. Shotgun's going to be slightly less than ideal, but I can get in close enough, maybe, and then deal some good damage with it. Fortunately, you can get away from the little drones by just kind of boosting, so we should be okay there.
Confirmed. Control device is silent. Let's find the next one.
Now, you know what's really funny about Rokumon Sen is that the guy who pilots it, whose name I can't remember, if you read his backstory, it's basically like he's a weeb, pretty much. Like, he discovered this whole, like, samurai thing, and he was like, oh, that sounds really cool. I want to be that. Sounds like me at a younger age, but hey. He made a cool AC, and that's all that matters. And fortunately, I think when I recorded this is pre-recorded, as I mentioned previously in the series, I believe this was after the assault rifles got buffed, because they are actually quite strong now. They were a little bit weak in the initial patch of the game. I think I've talked about this in a previous video, maybe not of Armored Core, but in my opinion, the best way to patch for balance is generally to buff things rather than to nerf things. Now, sometimes you gotta nerf stuff, like with the Zimmerman shotguns. They got nerfed a little bit. That was just
Hostile radius.
kind of unavoidable. Hello, it's these guys again. We remember them from a few missions ago. But anyways, yeah, if you nerf something, generally the result is to make the game slightly less fun, regardless of the game, you know. Usually something that's overpowered is at least somewhat fun because of being overpowered. Not always, but sometimes. So instead of just making one thing weaker and making it where people who liked using that thing, like, you know, a shotgun in this case, instead of just completely nerfing that into the ground and making it where nobody can use the shotgun because it's completely ineffective, you buff other things to make them more competitive. And I think that's a much better option. Then the people that like using certain weapons or configurations can still use them, but the other people that like using other ones can keep up.
To identify where the last ECM device is.
But that's just me.
I've set a marker for it. Let's check it out.
AP at 50%.
I'm okay.
It's been a long time since we've been on a mission together without both. The control device isn't going anywhere. Take your time, Raven.
Air's getting all sentimental and I'm fighting for my life over here. Now this mission does have another cool thing in it.
The control devices. We'll have Walter back after this.
You don't have to sound that excited.
Do you read me? Do you read me? You've got PCA incoming. Pull out before they make this
Yep,
complicated.
it's the helicopter again.
Afraid it's too late for that.
So yeah, this was a cool little mission because, you know, we fought the helicopter in the first mission, and it was like, again, fighting for our life. This is pretty tough. We feel underpowered. Now we get to do it again with, you know, way better gear.
Raven, I've identified
It's a little bit cathartic.
devices we can co-opt.
It'd be a lot nicer if we didn't have these stupid snipers to deal with, but hey.
2 repair kits remaining.
And we can have a little bit of fun by activating these drones.
Silence defenses now recognize you as an ally.
You can tell this is a FromSoft game, by the way, because that sniper dude was like 3 heads taller than us. Just like in Souls, where every NPC is inexplicably like 2 to 3 heads taller than the character. Alright, let's go get our revenge. Well, not really revenge, because we killed the helicopter the first time, but hey. And again, I got the shotgun, which is great against ACs, but maybe not so much against this guy.
And ammunition at 50%.
Come on. Whip it good. I will confess I haven't used that whip weapon all that much. I put it on an attempt at a Goaf cosplay at one point. It was okay. I think you just generally got better options. Now I gotta wait for him to get back in bounds because I'm all close range. Yeah, see, clearly I'm not used to zoning that weapon.
Wearing it down. Finish it, 621.
I will kick a helicopter in the face and I will not feel bad about it.
Left-hand ammunition at 50%.
Were I equipped with my usual loadout of plasma, this guy would have gone down much more quickly, but hey.
Right-hand ammunition at 30%.
Press the advantage, 621.
I'm pressing the advantage, Walter.
Since your crash landing on Rubicon, show them.
I'm trying. I'm just completely built for close range here. Now, I would try to kill him with the whip, but I think we're just gonna... Oops. We're just gonna... No! Alright. Alright. Come on. I want a cinematic finish. Yes! Helicopter kicked in the face. Done. It would have been a lot more impressive if I'd taken less than like 5 tries to do that, but hey. And that was an interesting visual glitch.
ACM fog's clear too.
Did you all see that?
Now, my friend can get back to surveying.
That definitely would not have been an S rank were we replaying the mission. But hey.
No new messages.
Raven, the city's defense systems were still in operation after all this time.
I noticed.
Stranger still, the PCA personally intervened to block the survey. There must be more to Xylem. And to Walter's friend.
Well, the good news is we will find all that out a little bit later. What do we got next? All right, let's switch up our AC here. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, that's probably going to work. Relatively versatile.
Long time no see, tourist.
It's Carla. Yes.
Got a job for you.
So the normies are obsessed with Rusty.
PCA's show of force
but
finally started to affect my own
people like
business.
me, we like Carla. Even though I think I mentioned this, but if you follow the story, canonically, she's probably in her early 70s,
Now they're
so
feeling ambitious and sniffing around RAD territory.
it's okay, though. All I got is that sweet Carla voice. Carla,
Save
best
us
girl.
close
That's
for
all I'm saying.
fireworks.
Sorry,
And
Air.
I've got something that'll blow them away. The coyotes can be ungrateful, though. They're bound to come running to stop the launch. That's where you come in. Intercept them and defend the missiles. We'll make sure the coyotes and the PCA get a chance to see RAD's famous fireworks.
Sounds like a plan. So this is, in fact, a protect the objective mission,
Let's head over.
but it's one of the easiest and least offensive of those that I've seen.
Won't be too dosed up on coral to make an appearance.
In fact, I think I easily aced this one
Combat mode.
first try on my first playthrough.
Started without you, tourist. Get to your position.
We did arrive as scheduled. I suppose they're an ego bunch.
I love how she sounds slightly irritated. She's like, well, we showed up on time, so... I do enjoy this setup of the, I think that's one of the laser pistols.
Confirmed. First enemy.
I mentioned this before, but the pistol-type weapons are actually pretty good.
We're all set, Chief.
The main issue is just the lack of ammunition. And of course we got that giant
Haven't met.
frickin' missile launcher,
Chatty's
so
our
that should be fun.
systems admin. Doesn't talk much, but he knows his stuff.
Oh yeah, we get to meet
Anyway,
Chatty.
No time for pleasantries. We've got coyotes to
Another
deal
one of
with.
my favorite characters.
Never thought they'd end up palling around with the PCA.
And we'll leave it there. I won't talk any more about
Not
Chatty.
for long. Here comes the second
If you
wave.
know, you know.
Keep the fireworks safe.
They're coming from the front left side. Intercept, Raven.
You know what's funny about this mission is that I could see this being in like one of the older Armored Core games and being like a total nightmare.
Pity the poor fools.
But because of how much more fluid the movement and stuff is, this is like super easy. But I can totally just picture being like, no, no, no. But we'll be okay. Goes without saying that if you want to S-rank this one, you're going to have very minimal damage done to the rockets. But again, that really shouldn't be much of an issue.
They're coming from the bridge.
Look at all those coyotes. Don't let them slip past you.
It does always help when you got a combination that can basically one cycle with normal dudes. Might as well, right? There was no reason to actually do that.
Feeling antsy, tourist? The anticipation's half the fun. We want our guests to enjoy this.
You gotta wonder though, like, imagine if they had sent all these guys in at the same time. Now granted, I still probably could have just used my giant rocket launcher and taken most of them out, but hey.
Third wave coming from the bridge. These machines look different.
Bonk.
Toy Box Max. One of our spicier products. Take them out first.
It would have been great if Carla was a zoomer. She's like, one of our crispier products. I apologize for what I just said. The nice thing about this mission, by the way, is the timer does not make you sit there.
Chatty's
If
almost
you
ready.
wipe out all the
Don't
enemies,
fill
you're
us
good.
now, tourist.
Well, it's not like there's a giant warship or something coming in.
We got more Toy Box Mechs. Don't let any through.
No.
Looks like we're ahead of their reinforcements.
Maybe ease off a little, tourist. There won't be anyone left to see the fireworks.
Oh, Carla. What a card. Alright, so anyways, as I was saying, it's not like there's a giant warship come. Oh, yeah.
A warship? Looks like the bigger dogs have arrived.
Lasers. Don't let it burn you.
Batter up, tourist. You brought up a warship.
Confirmed. PCA warship destroyed.
That's
Yeah, just like in Mobile Suit Gundam, warships don't stand much of a chance against humanoid mechs.
Ready when you are.
Kaboom.
You're the best, Chatty. You too, tourist.
Oh, thank you.
Here come the fireworks. Enjoy, scumbags.
Tourist, there is the predicted impact point.
Looks like I was a little off. Well, close enough is good enough for me.
Good enough for anti-government work? Question mark.
They really are like fireworks.
They all float or something.
One new message.
Chatty stick, RAD. Thanks for helping with the fireworks show. The chief loved working with you, so don't be a stranger. That's all I had to say. Later.
That chatty, he's a good dude. Okay, so this is going to be kind of a tricky one.
621. We've also got a corporate job. Check the
I think this is one of the branching paths, actually. We'll hit the other one when we do our second playthrough as a long play.
Military operation is approved by Balaam HQ. Liberation Front took action regarding the Arquebus-controlled wall. But ultimately, both parties were suppressed by the Planetary Closure Administration. Their loss is our gain. There won't be a better opportunity for Balaam to steal the show. We want you to
After
enter
Mad
the
Stomp
combat
put in
zone
all that
and
effort
eliminate the
to take the wall.
enforcement squads deployed by the PCA. Be aware that their forces include a new type of craft, the HC. That's why we've chosen you. Balaam's counting on you, Gun 13. Happy hunting.
Yeah, so both of these missions here, of which we're doing the first one, end in or involve some sort of boss fight.
Can't let go of their failure to climb the wall.
I'm just going to stick with this AC, but it is going to be a little bit tricky.
Work for us.
And this actually, with this current setup, will end up being probably one of the more difficult missions.
Main system activating combat mode.
And in fact, there's an extra here
Commence mission.
that you can easily miss that we're going to do.
Occupying the wall.
Code 1-5, solo AC. An independent merc. Terminate.
They've got the numbers 621.
Those dang snipers, man.
Code 31A, sustaining damage.
Requesting backup.
Alright, so this is way out of the way. But if you're looking for that last combat log, or to just experience everything, we're going to want to go all the way over here.
Make sure they can't call home for help. The rest is up to you.
We're actually going to see somebody that I've already used in a mission. Whoa, Ring Freddy, bound ba down. Whoa, Ring Freddy, bound ba down. This dude has no right being as freaking powerful as he is. Missiles and dual songbirds is a deadly combination.
Father wants you nipped in the bud. Got a question for your friend.
Ignore him, 621. Focus.
Yeah, if you don't focus while you're fighting Ring Freddy, you're done for.
Father can see it all. He sees you. He sees who you are. Mr. Rubicon. No wonder Father fears you.
At least I ain't no dang hippie boy.
Father, give me a sign. What should I do?
He's beginning to cry.
Father,
And he's cracked.
please.
AC candle ring has gone silent.
Looks like you dealt with him. Back to work, 621.
Walter's like, anyways. So yeah, completely optional. You do get a combat log from that though, so it's necessary for getting everything. And it does show that the Liberation Front is a little bit suspicious of you, shall we say.
Code 5,
So now, having wasted all that ammo,
engage.
I now got to take out two of these things.
They're equipped for heavy fire.
Fortunately, that dude flies right into my rocket launcher.
This area's
All
all
right.
clear. Keep moving, 621. We're getting readings from inside the wall.
man, I'm getting deja vu here. We've been here.
We're entering the structure.
Dang, that guy went for frickin' broke there, didn't he?
Where's our patrol?
All units, external comms have been compromised. Respond with available forces. We need time to activate the HC.
Let's go then.
Code 5, solo AC.
Yeah, what actually makes this one really tricky is the fact that you don't get a resupply. If you got a resupply, then eh. But the fact that I had to fight an AC and now this thing
Moving to terminate.
is gonna probably come very close to killing me.
That's the QHC. Stay sharp, 621. That comms interference must have been your work too, interloper. Corpse mercs, you're all insane.
Interloper.
Violate the law, you'll pay the price.
It's tourist to you, buddy.
Repair kits remaining.
Oh, I just ate a lot of damage there. Okay.
You've made a big mistake, Merc. This weakened system. Go for the jugular.
Where's the jugular, Walter? It's literally a robot. Ooh. That was actually quite close.
Enemy system
And just for good measure, gotta be sure.
reinforcement craft destroyed.
Nothing left in the vicinity. Looks like you cleaned up. We're done here. Head back to base 621.
Yeah, that's probably about the closest I've come to death so far. So far. We'll keep going a little bit. We got time for a little bit more.
You again. I'm a busy man, far too busy for the likes of you.
So I hear. Must be a tough time to be the Vesper's deputy commander.
Get to the point.
The plan
So
to raid the
likable,
PCA.
Snail.
You're going to need more pawns on the board.
Of course, you're here to hawk your services again. Very well. I'll consider that mutt of yours part of the effort.
One more thing. Show my hound some respect.
Oh,
Gen 4's as good a pedigree as any other.
I do appreciate that. You get a little bit of a, like, oh, Walter's actually kind of a good dude. He's defending us with Snail, that dirty man. I always imagined Snail looks like Makuve from the original Gundam. That's the guy that pilots the Gyan, for those of you who are not Gundam buffs.
Join the Red Guns. Have a career. Climb the ranks. Keep that unlucky number, and eventually the curse will get you too. That's all. Don't
Well-
forget what I said about putting you to work.
So, like, I didn't choose this number. You gave it to me. You could easily reassign me a different number. So... Anyways. What do we want now? Yeah, we'll use Gun 6 Red. As I mentioned before, he's actually a little bit underpowered. So we want to keep things a little bit challenging.
Hey there, buddy. Got a request from Archibus for you.
Rusty again, yeah.
Here's the briefing from my CO, who came up with the plan.
This is V2 Snail. I shall brief you on the operation.
Boo.
You will be under my direct authority. Consider it a rare privilege. We will conduct
out simultaneous surprise raids on 2 Planetary Closure Administration bases. One is the Hall of Communications base, the relay for comms between enemy squads. The second is the former Bertram spaceport, seized by the PCA for its suppression fleet. V4 Rusty will be dispatched
We're gonna
to handle the Harlov base.
get to fight alongside our buddy in
His
this one.
objective will be to disable their network and prevent support from PCA elite squads. Raven, during this time you must destroy all the heavy warships berthed at the spaceport.
I've already destroyed quite a few of those, so I think we should be okay.
Solid plan, but there's a catch. Disruption of PCA comms won't last long. I'll come support you when I've finished on my end.
They definitely do a good job in this game of making you feel like Rusty is legit pilot, and that they do stuff like this, and then he's like, okay, I'm done with my part, I'm coming to help you. And they do that a couple times. But anyways, we're going to get to see something very exciting and strange at the end of this mission. But yeah, picking Gun 6 Red was not certainly optimal for this one. But it's alright.
All base personnel. Commencing threat evaluation.
It's pretty good for trash clearing, just not good for fighting the larger enemies.
On your end before I jump in.
Code 5. Target for termination confirmed.
Like, even these guys will give you a little bit of trouble, because you just don't have that much firepower. Bonk. Now, I'm trying to remember, in order to get an S rank on this mission, it's not actually all that difficult. I don't think you have to destroy everything, because there are a few, like, larger enemies that will give you combat logs that are kind of hidden around, and I am 99% sure you don't have to take them all out
That takes care
for
of
the
their
S rank.
external comms for now. Keep moving.
Code 5. Target confirmed.
Yeah, it's like, this is in all the Armored Core games, I think, really.
External comms are out.
But as you make progress, your allies like, hey, I'm done with my portion. Hey, I've done this. Let's keep going. You know, it's just a good bit of storytelling. Simple yet effective.
Buddy. I'm keeping them busy, but they're working fast. Don't expect the comms blackout to hold for long.
Code 5. Intruder detected.
Bonk.
Level 4. Handle it.
Watch out for those dang snipers, as before. I mean, I say sniper, but he's launching rockets at you. I don't know if that really counts, but hey. See ya. Well, I messed that one up. I was trying to hit the guy in the middle and take them all out with one shot. All right.
Warships left.
Kick him in the bridge. Ouch. Okay. Okay, calm down.
Looks like you got them all, 621.
You there, buddy? Bad news. The PCA's external comms are back online. They've got warships heading your way. Hold out until I reach you.
There's the catch. Resupply while you can, 621.
But where's the resupply gonna land? Oh. It's almost like I planned that.
Enemy detected. They're firing from above.
Code 5. Target for termination approaching. Handle it. The main squad will be here soon.
Oh my gosh, I hate you so much.
Company 621.
That's the thing about those one-shot handheld missile launchers. Or rocket launchers, I guess. If they dodge, it feels very bad. But if they don't, it feels kinda nice, so hey.
Heavy warships incoming.
This is the Planetary Closure Administration. Disengage your weapons and surrender now. Resistance will be met with immediate termination.
You know, in my defense, they tell me throw down my weapons and surrender, and then immediately start shooting, like before I even am given the option, really. So, hey. Back here.
Heavy warship down.
Man, this must be exactly how the Red Comet felt. Oh, I almost had to jump back up because I missed.
Code 1-5. Target for termination sighted. Time to pay the piper.
Yeah, time to pay the piper. What?
Looks like we've got high
What does that actually mean in this context? I know what it means, but that doesn't seem like the appropriate use of that term. Okay, whatever.
Sorry,
Rusty's
keep
here.
waiting. I've got your back, buddy. Hope you've got mine.
Oh, heck yeah.
Code 4. Send me what you've got on the target.
Relaying system.
So we got here, of course, one slow and powerful, one fast and nimble.
Mercenary rated.
And Gun 6 Red is going to be suboptimal against both of them, so hey.
Train sends remote. This means the corp can't afford to choose.
Analyzing the
Rude.
behind overloaded LC and engaged.
I will say, though, Gun 6 is going to do a little bit better against slow and powerful than against fast and nimble. In fact, this guy's getting kind of rocked, to be perfectly honest. It did not go nearly as well in some of my practice runs. Later.
To system. Code 7-8. Threat level
One PCA craft left.
Code 7-8E received. System processing.
The enemy's taking heavy damage.
Nice work, buddy. Glad you're on my side.
Likewise.
1A. Systems green.
I'm sure this doesn't foreshadow anything that's going to happen later in the game. I'm not spoiling anything. You knew from the very moment that we fought along Rusty the first time that you were going to have to fight him at some point.
Code 7-8E.
Confirmed.
Got him.
PCA craft destroyed.
Alright, so to make this next part a little bit easier on yourself, go ahead and just jump up here.
Threat to planetary closure identified. Use of IA-02 authorized.
I'm picking up something.
What could it be?
I've sent you a marker. There's something there.
What is it? I mean, that looks like... Could it be?
It's underground.
An Alaskan bullworm?
What? What is that thing?
What indeed?
Is
So anyways, yeah, I found out in replaying this game several times that the worm or whatever actually follows a set path every time.
I can't get a read on it. This is bad. Just focus on staying.
So you stand up here for the most part. Eventually you'll hit this, and then you generally are going to have enough boost to stay airborne and avoid taking any damage. In one of my playthroughs, Rusty actually got taken out by this thing, which was kind of funny. And I got to give them credit here, how the movement of the worm seamlessly goes into the cutscene. It's pretty nice.
It's changing its behavioral pattern, answering to
It's weird, you can see the emotion in its non-existent face. Anyways, everybody, we are just about done here. I want to thank you very much for watching, if you made it to this point in the video. Next time we'll be back. We're going to be getting a super weapon, maybe doing a little bit of worm hunting.
convergence.
Should be fun. I think we actually got a little bit left in the video, but I'm going to go ahead and call it there.
Looks like the
Like I said,
PCA is
hope you
helping
enjoyed.
themselves to the
Till next time,
Infinite's relics.
take care. God bless.
6-2.